Look at the guy. He just thought that I will kill this thing and then he's just going to leave. Oh yeah, he did.
I hope this works.
So let's just go in. Hello everyone, this is Light
Where
on
are
the
we?
tube. And let me
If
just...
this is the Black Garden, it's not on any map of known space and time. I guess we just keep going.
Okay, so we are just keep going. And
They're in some kind of stasis.
let me show you something, because I found out something. Before the Xur is going to make the exotic weapons to better, upgrade them to be better, I was thinking on that I'm not really liking pulse rifles. I dismantled all piece of pulse rifle what I had except one, because I was thinking that it's an exotic pulse rifle, it can be good for something. And right now, before I'm going to make it at the Xur guide to be an upgraded exotic weapon, I'm going to show you what this thing is good for, and for this reason I just came with a level 29 Titan, and I came on level 30 against enemies, and in that way I want to show you that why Bad Juju is really a good pulse rifle. Even for that, I don't really like pulse rifles because they are not not precise enough. But this weapon has the ability, it's called String of Curses, that after each kill this weapon will reload instantly and increase damage for a short time. You're not really seeing this, but yeah, and it says kills will help charge your super. I didn't read it, I just found something that it really not just not just reloading your ammunition, it's going to spawn you ammo in that way that if you are able to kill an enemy with the magazine you are using, then it's not going to use out any of your bullets, it's going to really spawn it up. And I just came against level 30 guys because I was thinking on that if it's going to work against them, then of course it's going to work against anybody. I killed 3 enemy and I still have the same amount of bullets. So in that way, of course, against the Minotaur it might be not the best, because if I'm not be able to kill it with one magazine, then of course it's not going to recharge. But look at this, I just killed 5 enemies and I still do have almost the same amount, of course, because the 3 couple bullets are just really changing. And of course if it just got out from it, then it needs to reload, and then it takes away your bullets from the from what you have ammunition for. But if you are really able to kill an enemy, it's going to recharge that magazine what you are using, and in that way it's really not taking away your ammo. So even for that it looks like I just came on purpose against level 30 guys, because I was on to show you that of course even for that it's not going to be great for the Minotaur against. But yeah, of course if I just killed the Minotaur it recharged it, but the pity thing was that I was not able to use it with one, kill it with one magazine. But even for that I was able to, and of course you can use not to mention that I think that most of the times against these kind of enemies you are just using any kind of other weapon. So in that way, to clear out the supporters, I think in some ways the best weapon, the Bad Juju, because it's really don't need any kind of weapon, ammo for it. So in that way you don't really need to suit up for that thing, because it won't need the gloves for you to be able to recharge fast, reload fast, because it's just reload instantly. You won't need any kind of plus added ammo, because it's going to not use it if you are just really able. And I think you will be able to kill, let's just take it off a bit, and of course, but let's just do it with the bad juju, because of that purpose. That okay, I needed couple. Of course, I need to use it. I just started to use pulse rifle, so in that way I just did not use out the all of my ammo. And of course I do not have any kind of pulse rifle upgrade on my gear, but it looks like it's still enough, and because of that I'm able to use the same magazine in some way. Of course the enemy, when they are just really losing these kind of bullets, I mean magazines, then of course it's just going to recharge, but I was able to only take up 2 bullets because I'm that full. Even for that I'm just killing down the enemy, and even for that it's just not even the easiest. So I was on to show you this thing on purpose on a hard level, because in that way if on hard level it's going to work, then of course on easier level it's just working. And because of that I am under them with 1 level, and I'm still able to kill these things with 3 or 4 shots. Of course it doesn't really matter, because if you can, it has 7 or 8, depends on how many will count, so you can shoot 7 times fully, and after it the 8 times will be only with 2 bullets. But look at this, I am able to kill it. Of course it just got recharged again, and in that way I'm still really not losing any bullet. And of course in that way I mean it's just really good. Because of that I don't really need to use the gear, how I said, and in that way this weapon can be used with any of your characters. Not to mention I did not try it out in the Crucible, but I can guess that it's going to be a really great weapon there. But Xur is just going to come, and because of that this weapon is an exotic weapon. And of course if you are just making it, I'm hope that Xur is going to make it to be able to upgrade, and in that way I think it's going to hit harder and damage more after the exotic upgrade, because I just got an exotic weapon from the new kind, and it in default just hits more than the other one what I got before, the same kind of weapon. It's the last word. I just upgraded it fully. I mean no, I did not upgrade it fully, but it just worked out that way that it showed you that, maybe I can show you, because maybe it's just here, but no, it's just not here. So the old one has the maximum 300 damage, and the new one has 302 in default. So in that way, in default, the exotic weapons are just hitting harder than the fully upgraded ones from the old ones. And so for that, because I just found out that this weapon what I'm just holding is the Bad Juju pulse rifle, an exotic weapon which can be found in exotic weapon bounties, when you are able to choose between the Thorn, the Invective and the Bad Juju. But I guess there is a secondary way when it just not ask about that thing that I mean the Bad Juju, I mean Toland's Legacy is just in another kind of exotic weapon bounty package, I guess. So in that way you are able to get it easier in some way, but the how you will need to get it is not going to be easier, I guess. So in that way I think I just told where to get this weapon, and because of that I think I'm going to upgrade it at Xur. And when you are upgrading an exotic weapon, then it's just going to lose any or all of its statistics, so I will need to upgrade it again. In that way I think I won't be able to show this thing for you for a bit of a time at least, but before I'm going to do the upgrade I think I was on to show it to you, because I think it's really priceless in some way that you are just really have unlimited bullets in some way. Of course against bosses I don't think it's just working but against the goblin it's just still going to work. And in that way, yeah, and not to mention anyway that, let me show that the bad juju weapon has the ability to shoot through enemies, so in this way you can over penetrate it with it, or you can make its range to be more, or you can make this weapon to be more or less no, more stable, and maybe has less recoil. So of course if you are just using the perfect balance, you are able to shoot far with it, and in that way of course you are just really able to hit to that place where you just want to hit, and in that way of course it's not going to go through the enemy, but it's going to hit it where you want, and in that way at least it became a stable weapon, which means that it can be used precisely at some point. That's the point why I was not really used this weapon before, but I just found it out, and I was just thinking on that, what should I do with it? Should I drop it out? I mean, I was thinking on that Xur guy is just not going to do this kind of upgrades for free, so I was watching out what gears and weapons I'm going to keep and hold, and what I'm going to dismantle. But for that reason I just was able to get to this weapon, and I think it was really fine, or at least it's really fine for me. I don't know how you are with unlimited ammo without cheating, but I do really like it. Not to mention that I was really tried it out against the hive enemies, what means that I was on to try it out against the horde of trolls, because they are just really coming on you, and a lot of them, and my problem was all the time was that I was not able to reload my weapon fast enough between two trolls. But in this way, with the bad juju I tried it out, you don't really need to recharge it, because it's just really able to kill it with the magazine, and after it of course it just got recharged if you are just able to hit it, and then of course you don't really need to watch any of your bullets in that way. Not to mention that of course you can get this weapon into your pocket, what will mean that you can fit something, I mean you can fit your character to another kind of weapon. For example, that I'm just using scout rifles. Scout rifle is just not that one because I was not able to get it yet, but the point that I'm just using scout rifle thing, and even for that I'm using the pulse rifle. Of course I should use this one, because this has pulse rifle, increased reload speed, such thing, but because of that it just reloads instantly. I don't really need any kind of glove. So in that way it's another good thing in the bad juju. Now it's of course a really good thing in itself, but I think it can be priceless. But of course if you are just starting to shoot two enemies, then it's going to not be enough. So in that way of course one at a time, but if you are just keeping yourself to one at a time thing, and maybe if you are using it that way, that if you are just able to shoot through with enemies, of course when you are just fighting against the trolls, it's the best way. That's why it was on, and right now I'm just put it to perfect balance, which means that I will be able to aim with it well, because it can, you can see it just almost all of its shots just getting headshots in some way. Even for that I'm not really close to it, but because in some way I thought that it's going to be a bad juju tutorial, let's just change it back to this one, what will mean that it's going to go through it, but it's not going to be that precise. So in that way if I will be able to perform almost the same, yeah, I get closer and it's just still working, but yeah, even for that it's really a good weapon, because at least with this I am able to hit it but yeah, it's just not going through the walls. It doesn't matter, I guess, it just fits for the purpose, and of course it was too far, I guess, for me to shoot it well. That's why I just tried out the perfect balance, because even for that I just took the half of its health. I think I won't need that much bullets to take the other half, because I think I was able to hit it down. Of course, in this situation it would be better if I would have the over-penetrating thing, but because of that, you in some way you have unlimited ammo. It doesn't matter if you do have the time to shoot them down and they are just not really rushing on you, then I think it's really great weapon. If you are thinking that against hard enemies it might be not good, then try it out on patrol, because on patrols, of course, the enemy is just not that hard, and in that way, of course, it's going to get killed with every shot
The
you
mechs
make.
here are powering that barrier. Take them out.
And you can imagine, I guess, what could happen if it would get killed with one shot. And of course, it's going to still reload after a kill, and of course, it would be the same. You won't even see. Anyway, yeah, of course, because of that, I just did not kill it with it. Then I'm getting out from ammo, and in that way, of course, it's not great. So I told you that against bosses it's not going to be fine weapon, but against not bosses, against the supporters, to clear out the boss area, I think in some way it's the best weapon. But let me just try to finish this one, because this is a bounty mission which is just about the divisive mine, and because of that I just got it. I think I am able to pass, but I was just on to show you that, yeah, of course, a lot of ammo I got from these couple of guys here, and in that way, of course, I'm just watching if I head here, but not. So in that way, I think the Bad Juju is really became a good weapon. I think it was in itself, but maybe because of that, in its default version, it's really a lame weapon. So in that way, I think a lot of people, if they are on to get it, they will think after they got it that, oh damn, this is a piece of not good weapon. But I think they are not right, and after the exotic upgrade I think it's going to become a much better weapon. So, oh, okay. So after I just made the upgrade, I think I won't be able to do such thing. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, Xur is coming anyway. So let's just let me just finish the video, and let me just hope that this video was something about the Bad Juju for you, that made you to get it and to use it, because it's going to make you a lot of bullet, I guess. But if you did not like it, I think I can't do anything against it. Anyway, thank you that you watched it. I hope you liked it, and see you. Bye.